Welcome everyone. My name is Caroline Park and I'm one of the yoga instructors here at Yoga Nisa Spirit and Wellness. And today I'm going to take you through a flow. It'll be more vinyasa style or hatha vinyasa style. A little bit more of a workout today. Obviously you can take any variations as needed to help suit your practice, to help suit your body today. But I encourage you to push yourself to your boundaries. Try not to go beyond that because we don't want any injuries, but try to push yourself to a point where it's uncomfortable, but you're not in pain. You want to push yourself to your boundaries to allow for growth, but you don't want to go beyond and cause injuries. So a lot of today's practice will focus on pushing those boundaries, gaining more confidence in your own body's abilities, but also staying safe and feeling good in your body. So kind of like a comfortable discomfort. So we're going to start in a child's pose on the mat. So whenever you're ready, you can bring your knees mat distance apart. I'm just going to set up the music here. Bringing the forehead down on the mat, arms outstretched ahead of you. You're going to start deepening your inhales and your exhales. Breathing in through the nose. You can sigh it out through the mouth if that feels good in your body. Slowly starting to settle down in your space. Sinking the hips closer towards the feet with every exhale. And every inhale, lengthening that spine. And exhale, sinking the hips deeper towards the heels. Just noticing the body here at the beginning of your practice. Noticing any areas of tightness and tension. And with every inhale, bringing oxygen, starting to relax those areas, relax those muscles. Inhale, bringing oxygen into the lungs. And exhale, letting go of anything that does not serve you today in your practice. Inhale, inviting that positive energy in. And exhale, letting go. A couple more breaths here. Remembering this moment at the beginning of your practice and noticing the sensations in the body as we move through our practice today. On the next inhale, we're going to shift forward into tabletop position. Inhale, dipping the belly, bringing the chest through the arms, gazing forward. And exhale, pressing into the palms as we push the shoulder blades away from each other, curling the tailbone under. Inhale, cow, dip the belly, dip the chest, gazing forward. And exhale, cat, rounding out those shoulder blades as you curl that tailbone under. A couple more rounds here, in and out with your own breath. Inhale into cow and exhale into cat. And on the next inhale, you can take your free flow, shifting side to side. You can gaze over to your right hip and then to your left. Feeling that opening in the side body. Making sure you're matching breaths to movement, really connecting with the breath here. And on the next inhale, coming back to center or neutral spine. Inhale as you reach right fingertips up towards the sky, opening that chest. And exhale, threading that arm through, dropping the temple, the side of the face down, and you can reach left fingertips forward to the top edge of the mat, or take a bind here, reaching the back of that hand onto your lower back, or over towards that right hip crease. Feeling that opening behind the right shoulder. Spinning that left shoulder back. Feeling that opening in front of the left shoulder. And breathing here. And on the next exhale, planting that left palm beside the face. Inhale, reaching back up, right fingertips towards the sky. And exhale, switching sides. Inhale, left fingertips up. And exhale, threading that hand through, reaching right fingertips up towards the top right corner of the mat. Opening out through the back of that left shoulder. You can also take that bind if you took it on the other side, back of that right hand towards the sacrum, or tucking that hand into the left hip crease. Rolling that right shoulder back as you open up through the front of that right shoulder. Deepening that inhale. And exhale. Inhale, breathing oxygen into the front of that right shoulder. And exhale, planting that right palm, reaching left fingertips back up towards the sky. And exhale, landing the palms down. We're gonna lean back. If this is okay for your knees, you can stay here, or you can come into a cross-legged seated position. But wherever you are, I'm just gonna face towards you, but you can stay where you are. We're gonna do some gentle neck exercises. So just relaxing the shoulders down the back, bringing heart up towards the ceiling, making sure your posture, your spine is stacked vertebrae by vertebrae on top of each other. There'll always be some natural curves in the spine, and that's okay. And deep breath here. Gaze is soft, our eyes are closed. You can start to draw circles, so chin to chest, and draw one circle with the neck all the way around. Just be gentle with the neck here. And when you come back to center, start to roll in the opposite direction. And back to center. Inhale as you reach your left fingertips towards the left, and bringing that right hand over top the head towards the left ear, and gently bringing that right ear to the right shoulder. Just be very gentle here with the neck, feeling that stretch in the left trapezius, the left neck muscles. You can draw gentle semicircles here with the neck, feeling that opening at different parts of that neck. Being very gentle here. The structures in the neck are very sensitive. And switching sides, reaching right fingertips down and drawing some semicircles over on that other side. Noticing any differences or asymmetries between the two sides. Feeling that opening in different parts of the neck. And slowly tucking the toes under as you stand up on the knees. If you need to fold up the mat because you have sensitive knees, you can do so. And reaching fingertips facing down, palms to the lower back, sacrum area, reaching elbows behind you, lifting that chest up as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. You can sit here in half camel, or if you want to take the full variation, reaching one palm towards that heel, and then the other, continuing to maintain that chest and heart up towards the sky. If you can relax and it's comfortable for the neck, you can reach your head behind you. If that's not comfortable, you can stay lifted or keep lifted as you were prior to this, with the hands on the sacrum. Deep breath in. And exhale, side out. Coming back up if you're in the full variation of camel. And coming back to your tabletop. Moving into your first downward facing dog of the practice. So pedaling out the heels here. You can sway those hips from side to side. This is your first downward facing dog of the practice. Really trying to open up the backs of those legs. Remembering to keep a long line of energy from the crown of the head to the tops of the sit bones, really spreading out those fingers on the mat and planting and pushing through all points of those palms. Deep breath in here and exhale, side out through the mouth. And finding some stillness here. Inhale, right toes up towards the sky, and exhale, dropping that foot in between the palms. Inhale, warrior two. Relaxing the shoulders down the back, gaze is forward. And exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. We're gonna come into Skandasana, facing the back edge of the mat. So really dipping into that left leg, right toes face up towards the sky. Hands can be at heart center if you need that support towards the mat. Try not to lean so much into this left knee and really use the strength of that glute muscle and that quadricep muscle to really push yourself above the mat, especially if you're hyper flexible. You really want to try to strengthen in this pose. And on the next inhale, shifting forward without the hands or with the hands supporting on the ground into a side angle pose. Left hand reaches overhead. You can keep the fingertips grazing the mat if you want to really lift up through the spine here, using the strength of that core. And breathing here. And on the next exhale, dropping that left palm towards the mat, spinning right hand reaches up towards the sky. Reverse side angle. And exhale, coming into your side plank, or you can take it into wild thing. Right fingertips reach behind you. Opening up here through the side body, slightly through the back. One more breath here. And exhale, coming back to your plank. Knees up or down, coming through your first vinyasa of the practice. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, coming into your downward facing dog. And again, always listening to your body, seeing what your body needs. If you need to bring the knees down, you can do so. If not, you can give yourself a little bit of a challenge, but again, trying to push to your boundaries, but not beyond. On the next inhale, reaching left toes up towards the sky and bringing that left foot in between the palms. Inhale, warrior two, cartwheeling those arms up, gazing past those left fingertips. And exhale, bringing it back, reverse. Inhale, back to warrior two. And holding here, relax the shoulders down the back. Strong arms, strong back leg. And exhale slowly as you come into your Skandasana on the other side. So bringing a deep bend into that right knee this time. Left toes reach up towards the sky. Hands to heart center, or supporting yourself on the ground. And again, If you're hyper flexible, try to really push into that right foot as you activate your right glute, right quadricep muscle. Activate that right hamstring as you push yourself up. And on the next inhale, slowly coming into a side angle as you reach right fingertips or right hand overhead. So the right bicep should be by the right ear. Continuing to breathe here. Feeling strong in this pose. Using the strength of that core. And exhale, bringing that right palm down and reaching left fingertips up towards the sky, reverse side angle. Always remember to return to the breath. Find some control in the movement of the breath. And on the next exhale, coming into your plank, or you can take it into a wild thing. Again, listening to your body today. Where would your body like to go? And pushing boundaries doesn't always mean doing the hardest thing necessarily, but doing the thing that will benefit your body most today. And exhale, coming back to plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, rolling those shoulders back. And exhale, using the glutes, lifting the body up into downward facing dog. And pause for 2 breaths here in this down dog. Noticing how the body feels after that first flow. On the next inhale, reaching right toes up towards the sky. And exhale, planting that right foot in between the palms. Inhale, runner's lunge. So you're staying at a 45 degree angle here. Palms facing down. Really activating that front leg. Right knees over top right ankle. And inhale, hands heart center. And exhale, shifting weight into that front knee as you lift off with that back leg, finding your balance here. Warrior 2. You can stay here with hands heart center, or you could take your variation with airplane arms holding a beach ball up overhead. A bit more challenging this way. Wherever you are, making sure that this is a good challenge for you today. Inhale through the nose, making sure those hips are parallel to the mat. And exhale, reaching right fingertips down, left fingertips up, twisting the hips so that they face that left side wall. And if you need a block here, you can always use a block in half moon here, Ardha Chandrasana. If you're working your way into this pose, if you lose your balance, that's okay too. Slowly returning back into the pose. And if you're feeling today a bit strong and in need of a challenge, you can slowly start to lift your fingertips up off that block. And exhale, left toes meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, planting those palms, stepping the feet back, coming through your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job, guys. 2 breaths here, and we'll move on to our left side. Inhale, left toes reach up towards the sky. And exhale, planting that left foot in between the palms. Inhale, runner's lunge. So you're leaning forward at that 45-degree angle. Palms are face down. Relaxing the shoulders down the back. Inhale, hands to heart center. And exhale, shifting weight into that front foot as you float that right leg behind you. Back ankle is flexed, toes facing towards the ground. Really finding balance here with that left foot. It's okay if you're a little wobbly. This practice is really about strengthening. And it is meant to be a bit of a workout today. So really straightening the hips so that they face towards the mat. And on the next exhale, you can shift that block over if you need it, coming into your half moon pose. This is a really challenging transition as you balance on that left leg. You're trying to face the hips from facing towards the ground to facing towards that right side wall. All the meanwhile, trying to maintain that balance. So it's okay if you fall out of the pose. Just giving yourself some grace and slowly returning to your pose. We're only here for one more breath. If you want to start to lift off those fingertips, challenging yourself, you don't have to, but if that's available for you, you can do so. And exhale, right foot slowly beats towards the right or the left. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, slowly plant the palms, stepping the feet back, plank. And exhale, chaturanga, elbows to 90. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, right toes up towards the sky. And exhale, right foot in between the palms. Inhale, warrior two. Relax the shoulders down the back. And exhale, coming into Skandasana at the back of the mat. So we've been here before, but this time we're gonna slowly sit down on our sit bones, bringing that left foot into that inner thigh of the right inner thigh. Inhale, dropping that right elbow right beside the right knee. If you have a block and you find it's easier for you to rest your right elbow on that block instead of on the mat, you can do so. Inhale, lifting left fingertips up towards the sky and over towards those right toes. Really rolling that left shoulder back. Janu Sushasana here, breathing. Just breathe oxygen into that left side body. One more breath here. And the next exhale, dropping left fingertips behind you and slowly rolling onto that left shin, reaching those right fingertips behind. Slight back bend here. And exhale, coming back onto the buttocks, coming back into that Skandasana pose that we were in. And inhale, coming back towards the front, stepping that right foot back into plank and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left toes up towards the sky. And exhale, bringing that left foot in between the palms. Inhale, warrior two on the opposite side. And exhale, coming into Skandasana, right knee is bent. On the next exhale, coming down to seat, So you're facing the opposite side, right sole of the foot onto the inner thigh, the left inner thigh this time. You can again use that block or just bring your left forearm on the inner aspect of that left knee if you don't have a block. If you have a block or a tissue box available to you, you can have that as support. Inhale, right fingertips reach overhead towards those left toes, left ankles flexed. Rolling that right shoulder back. And just breathing here. Breathe oxygen into that right side body. And on the next exhale, planting those right fingertips down or right palm down and rolling onto that right shin as you reach left fingertips behind you. Slight back bend here. And exhale, coming back to the buttocks, planting that right sole of the foot, coming back into your Skandasana. Really pushing off with that right foot or right toes, coming back towards the top of the mat, stepping that left foot back, coming through your final vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders back. And exhale, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, rolling onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees, and stepping forward, coming to your seated position. Inhale, shins parallel to the mat, roll the shoulders back, palms face up, back is straight. Navasana, boat pose. Breathing here, core back, legs are strong. You're really using those hip flexors to keep the legs lifted. And exhale, slowly lowering down. Bringing soles of the feet towards the mat, making sure you can tickle the backs of his heels with the fingertips. We're gonna inhale. Hips reach up towards the sky. And exhale, slowly lowering back down. Inhale. Hips lift towards the sky. We're gonna stay here in this lifted position. Taking a couple deep breaths here, lifted towards the ceiling. Really activating those glute muscles, making sure the knees are not collapsed outwards. You're actively pushing them inwards. And inhale, lifting that right toe towards the sky. Really activating that left glute. And exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting back up. Right toes are still faced towards the sky. Really strengthening that left glute. And exhale, lowering back down. And dropping that right foot back to the ground. We're going to switch sides here. Left toes up towards the sky. Inhale. Hips reach up. So now you're strengthening that right glute. And exhale, lowering back down. Inhale, hips towards the ceiling. And exhale, lowering back down. Inhale that left knee in towards his chest as you lengthen out that right knee. And exhale, bringing that left knee over towards the right. Extending out that left arm, gaze over that left shoulder. Breathing oxygen into that outer left hip. Inhale back to center. Switching legs, right knee tucks in, left leg extends. And exhale, bringing that right leg over towards the left. Right arm reaches out, gaze over that right shoulder. Inhaling, breathing oxygen into that right outer hip, curling that right shoulder blade down towards the mat. And one more breath here. And exhale back to center, tucking those knees in, bringing nose to knees. Inhale and exhale. You can come into your final resting pose, Shavasana. If there's any other poses you need to take here to close off your practice, happy baby, another twist, an inversion, whatever feels good in your body. Taking your time to meet in Shavasana pose. Slowly breathing in and out through the nose. Taking your time. We're gonna close off the practice here. Coming into a restful state. Thanking yourself for committing to today's practice. Thanking your body for carrying you through. And letting go of the breath. Letting go of any thoughts in the head. And just relaxing. Relaxing the face. Slowing down the mind. Bringing your singular focus, your attention only to the breath. And slowly, if you'd like to join me in closing out this practice, you can. If you want to stay in your Shavasana, feel free to do so. Continuing to rest and coming out only when you feel it's necessary. But if you're joining me, slowly bringing life back into the body. Wiggling those fingers, those toes, rolling out the wrists, rolling out the ankles. If you want, you could take stretch, reaching fingertips up overhead, pointing toes at the bottom together. Inhale in through the nose, all the way to the top. And exhale, side out through the mouth. You can do one more here. Inhale through the nose, all the way to the top. And exhale, siding out through the mouth. And taking your time, coming back up to seated position. You can move through fetal position if that feels good in your body. But coming to seated, in whatever way suits you. And once you're there, closing the eyes or keeping the gaze soft, hands on the knees or to the chest in prayer, bowing the head down. Thank you all so much for sharing your energy with me through this practice. Thank yourself and give yourself gratitude for the movement that you have in your body. Just remembering to give gratitude to your body. Our bodies do so much work for us every single day. They carry us throughout our lives. Thanking our lungs for always breathing for us, our heart for continuing to pump for us. All the little things that we sometimes take for granted, just giving them a little extra grace, a little extra gratitude today. Thank you all for sharing your loving light and energy. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that practice. My computer was about to die there at the end of the practice. I had to plug it in. So hopefully that wasn't too distracting during Shavasana. But I will see you next time. Hopefully you guys liked that practice and that flow and you thought it was a bit of a workout. Bye, guys.